Hey my lovelies, January blessings. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this January's tarot scope to have a little look and see what's happening for the month of January time. So I'm going to be working with my own deck, which is the Guided Pause Tarot, and I am very, very excited to be working with this deck. So just to let you guys know, this is available to purchase via my website. It's £45, or it's available in some of the shops that I stock it in: Carpe Noctem in Frome, Rowan's Closet in Swindon, Colour and Crystals in Trowbridge. So it's an independent deck and I'm very pleased with it. So I thought I'm going to showcase it again this year. So let's have a little look and see what's happening for January time and the month ahead. What I'll do is I'll do our opportunities for January, any obstacles, any challenges, and then just like lessons that we need to be aware of. And then we'll follow through with a cheeky witch's rune reading. And hopefully it will all make a bit of sense. And then I'll talk about the events happening afterwards. So let's do this. So channeling these cards for the highest of good. Let's just see what we need to know about. Let's just see where the energies are taking us. If you haven't already seen it, I did do the 12-month tarot scope for 2026. So do make sure you go and check that out, because it could also be quite exciting in terms of what's happening, what's kind of coming in for us all. Okay, so very interesting. Okay, so as we're going into card number 1, this is our opportunities throughout January time. We've got the Chariot. The Chariot is moving forward. Chariot is great success, often seen as a time of graduation. So maybe it's just a real celebration. Maybe you've made it to some kind of milestone in some way, whether it be sort of with a course or some kind of learning that you've been doing. Maybe it's just like learning the cycles of life. Maybe there's more of a personal win or a personal victory. And maybe it's also about like energetically moving forward or physically moving forward. Chariot can show when there's change around house and home. So maybe some of you are looking into logistics of where you want to be, where you want to be moving to, or how you want to be living your life. So it may not necessarily be a physical house and home move, although it could be that for some of us. So if you're kind of waiting for house contracts, a move, anything of that nature, it could well be that that's coming in and that could be showing up for us. But it could just be also like making some personal changes to create freedom, to create this continued theme of graduation and celebration throughout the cycle of how we live our life. But it is a high vibe card when it shows up. So good opportunities, seizing opportunities, creating opportunities. It's kind of all of those things. So yeah, riding high. I love the fact within this dog is just literally owning the Chariot and moving forward and not being phased. It's also a bit of like being seen with this as well, being sort of seen in the right ways that work for you. So we've got some of that going on. Now then, as we're moving into any problem areas or any blockages, we're going into the Queen of Bowls. Queen of Bowls in this deck would be the same as the Queen of Cups in more conventional tarot. And I think what I see from this as I'm sort of holding it, I think there's a real focus, and people I've been talking to recently have said that perhaps they've been too, including myself actually, too available, too accessible, maybe too giving in 2025. Maybe there was like, someone said that they were very Care Bear energy, and it made me laugh. You know, they were like a little cute little Care Bear, giving so much, and actually maybe giving from people that didn't really deserve. So I think maybe there are people that are going to try and sort of rob you of your throne, steal your crown, and it's remembering that that energy only affects us if we buy into it. So I think in terms of kind of this as being an obstacles, maybe there are going to be some people that are threatened by your position. Maybe like obviously with the Chariot, you've naturally gained this position or place within the world. And maybe some people are not going to like that. Maybe some people are not going to support you. But does the Queen have time to really worry about that? Not really. So I think what's important with this card is to stay on your throne, to be fabulous, to wear the crown with pride, and in a way, not to not be nasty to people, but not care so much. You know, what people think of us really is none of our business. But the human side, of course, a lot of us do, you know, have an opinion about it, or we do take it to heart. And I think it's shrugging it off, because the Queen's got kind of her kingdom to rule. So if you're celebrated, fabulous. If you're not, does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Don't let anybody else try and taint the crown, the throne of where you sit. There might be a little bit of envy, there might be a little bit of jealousy with this as well that comes in, but let it go over your head. Don't let it be a thing. So I think there's just a bit of an awareness with this one. And our kind of lessons, or the theme of what we're continuing with, is Six of Sticks. Now, the reason this is making me laugh, two reasons. Six of Sticks is what we ended on in my other tarot spread for December, and it was like the conclusion of the year. So it's interesting we're sort of starting with this as our kind of continuation, because Six of Sticks is really about victory, success, personal wins, and going through like a dark storm, going through a dark battle, but coming out in a very authentic, real space. It's also the year of the horse, as we've talked a lot about, and we have this horse dressed up in all the finery. So this is really about, I think, celebrating your wins, your victories, and not allowing anybody to sort of dictate, to take that away from you, to steal that from you. So I find that very, very interesting that it shows up as our continuation, because I think this is the constant theme of what we're actually focusing on this year. But it's interesting to see it at this starting point. Okay, so let's pick a little sort of witch's rune. Let's conclude for January and see what's happening. So just channeling this for the highest of good. Let's see where the energies are taking us to. I honestly did give these a shuffle. So we had this again coming out as our overall theme or message in the other video, and it's coming out here. Rune of waves, water, emotions. Bit rough, bit bumpy sometimes, but it calms, it settles, and it sort of stills out. Waves plays a lot into anxiousness and anxiety as well. So maybe some of you have been really battling a bit of anxiety, a bit of all of that energy. And if you have, this is suggesting to me that you're going to be able to move through that and out the other side. So you might feel quite emotional throughout January. It might be a tale of two halves. I'm going to feel a bit emotional because I'm going to be 40. I've got a big birthday. I'm having a party. So hopefully I'll get there and everyone will get there and it will be a really, really good night. But it's going to make me feel a mix of emotions. So maybe January is going to do that for you guys a little bit, you know, in whatever way. But just take the rough water with the smooth and honour all the emotions, honour all the feelings. So to recap with the cards, celebrate where you are, celebrate how far you've come, keep moving forward, be open to change around house and home if that's something that you're in need of doing or part of or is happening. Stay fabulous, don't let anybody sort of take the crown away from you. Really sit comfortably on your throne and know your place in the world, and you've earned your position, you've earned your place to be here, you know. Don't let anybody take it away or try and downgrade you, I think is key with this. Keep celebrating the wins, keep showing up for the victories and the fabulous stuff, and this will be your year. So an interesting set of cards. I hope you can make a bit of sense of them. What I want to let you know about, I've got like a list here of events that is going to be happening throughout January. So if you've been sort of saying, oh, I've not been able to see Mitch or anything, this is your opportunity to put your ears out and to listen, because I'm going to be at a host of places. So Saturday the 3rd, I'm going to be at a new location, which is the Collective Dreams shop in Burnham-on-Sea. I am fully booked for that, so thank you so much if you've secured your space to come and see me there. And then on Sunday the 4th, I'm going to be down in Katrina's hair salon in Martock. I only have, I think it's 4 spaces now left for private readings, so drop me a message. That's this coming Sunday, and we can get you booked on if you want to come and see me there. Then we've got Friday the 9th, I am going to be over in Colour and Crystals in Trowbridge doing an evening of private one-to-one readings. Contact the shop page directly or drop Donna a message. Donna's doing bookings at the moment because Joe is away for that. So it'll be great to see you guys there. Then on Saturday the 10th, I am going to be over in Hungerford at Heartsong Gems with the beautiful Everland. That's actually going to be our last adventure together because then the shop is closing. So if you've missed out on seeing me in Hungerford and you still want to, providing there are still spaces left, check in with the shop directly, check in with Everland, and if there are spaces left, she can get you booked in. And then that's going to be our last time in Heartsong Gems. But I'm hoping there's going to be a new place that I can go on to do readings in Hungerford, which I'll let you know about as and when that all kind of comes to be. Then we've got Sunday the 11th, very exciting, supporting Bardware, the beautiful Carly, and my partner in crime for our upcoming new podcast. We are doing the White Stag Fair, which is at the Bowood House, which is kind of on the crossover from Caen into Melksham. So that's going to be fantastic. It was great last year. It's going to be even better this year. I have 2 spaces left now, or is it 3? 2 or 3 spaces left. So if you want to see me for a private reading in there, drop me a message. I can let you know what times are left and you can get yourself booked in. That would be amazing. Then we've got Friday the 23rd. I'm doing another night over in Colour and Crystals. So it's a second time for reads because they've been very popular, very busy, very booked out. So again, drop Donna a message and she can get you booked in for that one. And then Saturday the 24th of January, I am going to be over in one of my favourite shops, which is the Carpe Noctem in Frome with the fantastic Becks, and going to do a beautiful day of readings there. I think there are some spaces left. The great thing with that shop, you can book directly through the website. So pop on, have a look, get yourself booked. That would be amazing. And then Monday the 26th of January, I'm doing our revised Zoom demonstration charity night with the fabulous Melissa Stanton, which is for Papyrus charity, suicide prevention. We had to redate it for some things, bits and pieces that were happening, some life stuff. So that's the revised date. Drop Mel a message if you want to kind of come and support or buy a ticket, and it would be great to see you there. And finally, ending my adventures in January in Swindon on Saturday the 31st. So if you want to come and see me at Rowan's Closet in Swindon, I will be finishing my January adventures there. So for private one-to-one readings. So loads of stuff happening, loads of places. I'm going to be working my ass like a dog this month, but it's all good fun. So come along, get involved, support. It really does mean the world. You may get a beautiful reconnection from a loved one in the spirit world, or just some really important guidance via the tarot. So keep shining bright, have a beautiful month ahead, look after yourselves, and I will look forward to seeing some of you lovelies at the various events very soon. Take care, much love, Happy New Year, bye for now.